So, we've got a number 1 deluxe meal. Is there anything else I can get you?
Yeah, I'd also like a good night's sleep.
Excuse me, sir?
You know, the I didn't struggle all night with my uncomfortable CPAP mask, or something like the my wife didn't kick me out to sleep on the couch because of my constant tossing and turning.
Sir, we don't have anything like that here. I think what you're looking for is Inspire. It's an implant that works inside your body to treat sleep apnea without a CPAP. That way you can breathe normally and rest more soundly.
Come on! Oh, he sounds hangry. Inspire is the only FDA-approved sleep apnea treatment of its kind. It's helping tens of thousands of people finally get restful sleep. To learn more, visit InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you, and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
The Shark Deck.
Johnny Mac with your daily comedy news. Busy one today. Let's start with the Emmy nominations. Outstanding Variety Special pre-recorded. The nominees: Carol Burnett's 90 Years of Laughter, John Mulaney for Baby J, Lizzo's Live in Concert, Norman Lear, 100 Years of Music, Trevor Noah's I Wish You Would, Wanda Sykes' I'm an Entertainer. I'd have to give it to Carol Burnett there. The comedy specials mentioned, I didn't love any of them, Trevor being the best of them. Okay, Outstanding Variety Talk Series. Daily Show with Trevor Noah, Jimmy Kimmel Live, Late Night with Seth Meyers, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, The Problem with Jon Stewart. I suspect Trevor Noah will get it as a farewell gift, and well-earned. Outstanding Variety Sketch Series, only 3 up for nominations. The Black Lady Sketch Show, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, and Saturday Night Live, which had a pretty poor season. I think Oliver will take it there. Outstanding Variety Special Live, Super Bowl Halftime, Elton John, the Oscars, Tony Awards. Why you mention it, Johnny Mac? Chris Rock's Selective Outrage in that category. Interesting. I don't know how to handicap that category at all. Best Comedy Actor, Bill Hader for Barry, Jason Segel for Shrinking, Martin Short, Only Murders, Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso, Jeremy Allen White for The Bear. Interesting nomination as a comedic actor there. I think Bill Hader kind of crushed it this season. We'll see. Best Comedy Actress, Christina Applegate, Dead to Me, Rachel Brosnahan, Mrs. Maisel, Quinta Brunson, Abbott Elementary, Natasha Lyonne, Poker Face, Jenna Ortega, Wednesday. I could see Natasha taking it. People seem to really like that one. Kamal Nanjiani gets an Emmy nomination for lead limited/movie actor for Welcome to Chippendales. Supporting actor in a comedy series. The nominees: Anthony Carrigan for Barry, Phil Dunster, Ted Lasso, Brett Goldstein, Ted Lasso, James Marsden for Jury Duty. Interesting. Abon Moss Bacharach for The Bear, Tyler James Williams for Abbott, Henry Winkler for Barry. People like Brett Goldstein a lot. I could see him taking it again. Supporting actress in a comedy series, Alex Bornstein for Mrs. Maisel, Ayo Edebiri for The Bear. She could win. Janelle James, Abbott Elementary, Cheryl Lee Ralph, Abbott, Juno Temple, Ted Lasso, Hannah Waddingham, Ted Lasso. They're splitting the vote there. Jessica Williams for Shrinking. And Outstanding Animated Program, the nominees are The Simpsons, Rick and Morty, Gennady Tartakovsky's Primal, Intergalactic, and Bob's Burgers? 2 questions. Have you ever seen Bob's Burgers? The answer is no. Have you ever met anyone who has seen Bob's Burgers? The answer is no. But the Academy will probably give it an Emmy. Who knows? Soccer star Megan Rapinoe taking some shots at Dave Chappelle. She did a big interview with Time Magazine. The Women's World Cup is coming up. By the way, if you like the soccer, Mark Francis and I have teamed up on another podcast because we don't have enough to do. This one is called The Messi Effect. So what we're doing is we're talking about Messi's effect on coming to play soccer for MLS. We're not doing soccer analysis. We're talking about fashion and money and TV ratings and the parade they're having this weekend. So The Messi Effect, wherever you get your shows. But Megan Rapinoe said, I don't want to mince words about it. Dave Chappelle making jokes about trans people directly leads to violence, whether it's verbal or otherwise, against trans people. Megan is frustrated with policies targeting transgender athletes, saying it's particularly frustrating when women's sports is weaponized. Oh, now we care about fairness? Now we care about women's sports? That's total BS. And show me all the trans people who are nefariously taking advantage of being trans in sports. It's just not happening. Dave Chappelle has not yet commented on Megan's comments. Also a big story, the New York Comedy Festival. They put out their initial list of shows shows. New York Comedy Festival, November 3rd through the 12th. It is bigger this year. It has expanded from 7 nights to 10 days. Listen to the headliners: Dave Attell, Bill Burr, Nicole, Byer, Jimmy Carr, Margaret Cho, Tim Dillon, The Giggly Squad, Ilana, Glazer, Brett Goldstein, Nate Jackson, Anthony Jeselnik, Matteo Lane, Sam Morril, Nick Mullen, Adam Friedland, Atsuko Okatsuka, Podmead's World, Donnell Rawlings, Jeff Ross, Robyn Schall, Daniel Sloss, and Michelle Wolf. That is a fantastic lineup. Carolyn Hirsch, founder of the New York Comedy Festival, said, "We're very excited to bring the best comedians from emerging talent to established headliners from across the country, etc., etc." Quick look at the initial lineup. Friday, November 3rd, 7 o'clock, Daniel Sloss. 8 o'clock, Take a Banana for a Ride. That's a one-man show by Jeff Ross. Saturday, the 4th, Jeff Ross again, Ilana, Glazer at BAM, Sam Morril at the theater at Madison Square Garden. Sunday the 5th, I'm hoping to run the marathon that day, so no comedy for me that day or the night before. Jeff Ross again and the Robyn Schall Experience at Town Hall. 2 days off, and then Wednesday the 8th, Margaret Cho at Town Hall, Nick Mullen and Adam Friedland at Town Hall. Thursday the 9th, Podmead's World at Town Hall, Donnell Rawlings at the Hard Rock, Jimmy Carr at Carnegie Hall. I might have to go do that one. Giggly Squad at Beacon Theater, Nate Jackson at 9:45. I'm not sure where he's playing. Friday the 10th, Donnell Rawlings at the Hard Rock, Brett Goldstein at the Beacon Theater, Jeselnik at Carnegie Hall, Michelle Wolf at Town Hall, Bill Burr at Madison Square Garden, and that being the main Madison Square Garden, not the theater at. Nicole, Byer at the Apollo, Dave Attell and friends at Town Hall, Tim Dillon, Carnegie Hall. Wow. Saturday 11th, Atsuko at Town Hall, Donnell at the Hard Rock, and Matteo Lane's Al Dente Tour at Carnegie Hall. Bert Kreischer's up to something. This from the Las Vegas Weekly Review. Apparently, Bert is working on a few projects, all on hold because of the writer's strike. He says, they're all exciting for very different reasons. I can't really talk about any of them, but one is an indie project. One is with a really big dude who reached out the day my film premiered and said, I want to do a movie with you. And one is with my best friend. Presumably that's the Tom Segura project. And the TV project is going to be a blast. Did you know Gilbert Gottfried could draw? 16-year-old Lily Gottfried is the narrator of The Secret Talent of Gilbert Gottfried, a new short film that she also wrote and directed. Lily says, you probably knew my dad, Gilbert Gottfried, as the famous comedian and actor, but nobody knew he was also a really talented artist. As a kid, Gilbert's early report cards were littered with complaints from teachers who complained about his lack of effort and his quiet, introverted personality. Yeah, in real life, that's what Gilbert was like. Very soft-spoken man in real life. But one teacher recognized Gilbert had a gift for art, cartooning in particular, and advised the family to encourage the emerging talent. Grandma signed him up for art classes where he learned to make masks and puppets that populated shows he put on for his family. Gilbert dropped out of school at age 15. Torn between a career in stand-up and art, he spent his days drawing and his nights on stage. His sister Karen said, here's what I sometimes think about Gilbert. People say the left part of the brain is more suited to mathematics and the right is your creative side. Well, Gilbert's right must have been huge because he had all that creative energy. Cartoonist Drew Friedman describes Gilbert's artwork as insane, twisted, sweet, and beautiful, and vile fever dreams. Gilbert's father was a bit taken back by the sexual imagery that sometimes showed up in the drawings.
Hi, I'm Mark Francis and host of a new podcast, The Messi Effect. Join us as we take you into the exciting new world of Argentine soccer phenomenon Lionel Messi and his new life at Inter Miami. We'll bring you into the glitz, the glamour, the star-studded events, along with the exciting journey to a new world of U.S. soccer and international football with news and stories 3 times a week. Come along for the ride as Messi, Miami, and Major League Soccer experience the journey of a lifetime. Get the Messi Effect wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Erica, 1/3 of the podcast Books and Betches, a comedy book podcast where we swear, spoil, and we talk about...
Whoa, you cannot say that in this.
What do you mean? That's our slogan. It's our gimmick.
How about we just give some examples of things we talk about?
Well, there's a lot of chaos.
I'm Kristen, and with me I have...
No.
A lot of sidebar conversations.
Are you denying the existence of chupacabras?
You know, Erica, yes, I am.
You can listen to new episodes of the Books and Betches podcast every Tuesday morning, anywhere you get your podcasts.
Tig Notaro will headline the 2023 Rochester Fringe Festival. This is September 16th. She'll be there. Festival producer Erica Fee said, I'm absolutely thrilled to announce Tig Notaro as our comedy headliner. Tig is an absolute comedy legend, and I know that Rochester will show her an enthusiastic welcome. That reminds me to take a look at the Boom Chicago Comedy Festival. Is that in Chicago, Johnny Mac? No, it's in Amsterdam. Yes, that Amsterdam. Let's see, tonight at 7, Music Improv Spectacular, 7:30, the Dutch Comedy All-Stars, 9 o'clock, The Schumann Show. What's that? No information when I click it. It's just The Schumann Show. All right. And at 9:30, the United Nations of Comedy. Friday, 7 o'clock, Stage Jam, a musical improv solo show. 7:30, Best of LA Comedy Stand-Up. 9 o'clock, The Headliners. 9:30, Improv Adventure. 11 o'clock, the naughtily titled Cunnilingus Show, Snatch Game Edition. All right, that sounds naughty. Nocturnal caught up with Atsuko Okatsuka about the deodorant show she did that I told you about. Was that a week or two ago? It's been a minute. Anyway, Atsuko apparently got paid by the deodorant company to do a comedy show. Atsuko said, "Yeah, I talked about how I was the second Asian American female to have a stand-up special on HBO, and the first one was Margaret, who still had armpit stains on her clothes in the special. It's still there if you want to go back and watch it. I talked about how it took 22 years for the second person, me, to get a special. So, it's little hurdles like that aren't blatant in your face. You go, okay, society's still catching up." How long did it take Atsuko to come up with material for deodorant special? Took me a few days. Usually you tour an hour of stand-up. I'm touring right now with an hour of stand-up, a new hour after my special. But usually it takes months, sometimes like a year to develop an hour. It was a 45-minute set about stories of sweat and puberty, going through changes, and antiperspirant. I did that in like 3 days. I wouldn't say it was the best stuff, and I could just put it out as a special tomorrow. So ideally, I'd like to be able to work on it longer. But because I was able to be more personal about the stories, like embarrassing stories of sweat or embarrassing stories of me trying to cover up my odor when I was growing up, and the American Girl book I taught to teach me about this stuff. But because it was personal stories, I think it came quicker than, say, just talking science. And the science was really fascinating behind deodorant products. So that also helped. I didn't know about the milky colored sweat. I was like, gosh, the things we go through as people with bodies. So yeah, it wasn't too hard to come up with material for it. That's your comedy news for today. Follow the show for free on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your shows. Smash the like button, tell a friend, all that. See you tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Mark Francis and host of a new podcast, The Messy Effect. Join us as we take you into the exciting new world of Argentine soccer phenomenon, Lionel Messi. And his new life at Inter Miami will bring you into the glitz, the glamour, the star-studded events, along with the exciting journey to a new world of U.S. soccer and international football with news and stories 3 times a week. Come along for the ride as Messi, Miami, and Major League Soccer experience the journey of a lifetime. Get the Messy Effect wherever you get your podcasts.